Used to play more Dragon Age. I'll move that there. Okay. Right. There's a chance I finish this game this weekend. Let's see. I've heard that the game is like 50 to 60 hours. Then again, I am doing like all the side shit, so I don't know if that 50, 60 hour runtime equates to also doing all the side shit that I've heard people say online. We'll find out. Why isn't it game cap? Hello. Yep. There was an update. I don't know if there were any performance fixes to the update included. I didn't really read it that much. I just know there's N7 gear. I guess this chest got lost in the fade and someone shepherded it. You fucker. Is it just me or does the armor look somewhat familiar? Like something an old friend would wear. Okay, let's go ahead and see what it looks like. Tosh, what are you doing?
Taking a walk?
I looked respectfully. Meh. There it is. Man helmet, there it is. Hmm. Not this character's vibe, I don't think. Now, has the Ravine coast changed at all? No, I don't believe it has.
All right. I think we can make this work.
I took work orders from all the wardens.
Already?
Yeah, and some of the villagers too. You're going to be busy.
Gee, thanks. Got something in mind? Good to go. You need anything else, I'll be here.
Thanks, Holden. I'll see you.
Alright, Rook. Didn't need to be all extra about that, but okay.
Hey, I'm Flynn, apprentice physician.
Was not expecting
Everything
that
all right?
voice.
I've been busy with patients, but I'm short on medical supplies. My mentor, Oscar, he should have some. He has a cabin outside the village. If you're out there, tell him you saw Flynn, and they could use his help.
So Flynn must be local.
Which means they were here when the Blight...
Rook, I'm Greta. Good to have you here.
You look a bit worried.
We're not sure where some of our wardens are, Beckett and a few others. We're supposed to check in. We need to look out for each other more than ever. It's just, I know they took Weishaupt hard, and I hope they're okay.
Warden Alona, medic for the Order, or those of us here at least. I've got a lot of patience, but I'll help as I can.
Avka and Antoine were talking about clearing Blight out there. Not if we hit it first. I'll bring you in. Just keep it quiet. This is for us. Meet me later. Supply stash of the Black Grove. Meet there. We failed at Weishaupt. We can wait for a chance to make that up, or we can take it just us. Griffin Gateguard will earn our place here.
Supposed to protect it.
Some wardens were meeting at the Grove, but they didn't want anyone to know.
What the fuck was a legendary material doing? Just what's this? Weird. Glowing. I can't do anything with it.
Caught my breath.
And Rook takes that.
Nev, one of the wardens at Weishaupt. Ariana. She was from Rathus.
That cabin must be the physician's. Flynn's mentor. The Blight.
It's on the inside, too. We can still search it. Back to what we were saying. Nev, one of the wardens at Weishaupt. Ariana. She was from Rathus. They wrote to her family. Not every warden does. Anyway,
Look for medical supplies. There was a life here.
A decent one.
Want to try strawberries? Oh, a sketch of a plan and a map with a few areas circled. The margin note reads, Brana's Bloom. Few places left. Flight's moving fast. Time to leave and return? A risk, but anything for Mata. Must slow infection. Hold on, love.
A notebook. It describes a local plant, Brona's Bloom. None here, but Oscar left to find more. For his wife. If he left before the cabin was blighted, we might still find him out there.
Where the fuck? Uh-oh.
The tree. So
Oh, there you are.
beautiful. Can you hear it singing?
Death sigh. A map of the hospital wetlands with a redoubt and nearby village ruins. Circled across the village are the words "hold here."
A map and plans.
From the missing wardens.
He's gone. He was drawn to the tree.
Wonder what he saw that we don't.
If his calling was close, it might have looked beautiful to him.
We'll tell the wardens. Brona's Bloom. This was in the physician's book. It's been picked over.
Physician got here before us. Let's keep looking.
Brona's Bloom. Picked over like the last one.
Right place, wrong time. The physician can't have gone far.
Yep.
Darkspawn.
Let's finish this.
Yeah.
There's a body.
Couldn't escape the Darkspawn.
His bag. Brona's Bloom. This was the physician. Oscar.
We can take the supplies back, get the village some help, and Flynn some answers.
Flynn, we have Brona's Bloom.
That will really help. Thank you. Oscar, the physician, was he, or his wife, Marta?
I'm sorry. They're gone. You're from here, right? You were Oscar's apprentice.
I knew him and Marta my whole life. I was at the end of my training. I'll make sure it's put to good use. With these plants, I can help the village, the wardens, whoever needs it.
It sounds like Oscar was a good friend.
You could talk to him about anything and he'd be interested. Plants, books, sword training, listening to me figure myself out, the non-binary stuff. He was all ears. When I said I wanted to help people, he said he'd train me, but that I'd find my own ways too. And I'd have to tell him all about it.
With the Blight Surge, how have things been in the village?
Bad. People are scared. Some are sick. We know Darkspawn are out there, and that's a death without mercy. But this is the Anderfells. If you aren't dead, then you're still alive.
You're doing good work here. I'm glad I could help.
It's not just me. The wardens have a medic. Between the two of us, we'll get by. I want to help. I almost lost the chance.
What do you mean?
When the blight surged through, I nearly died. Evka and Antoine found me, but I was blighted. Past healing. They let me take the warden joining ritual. It saved my life, and gave me warden abilities.
Does that mean you're a Grey Warden?
It should mean I have no choice. The joining ingredients are rare. If that first warden had found me... Evka and Antoine said I'm welcome, but they're happy to see me continue as I am.
So, Antoine and Evka giving you a choice...
It's against the Order's rules. Or it was. I don't know if they broke the rules or maybe something will change. What they did? But Evka said to stop thanking them.
The joining ritual gives wardens their abilities. What was it like? What's it like now?
I shouldn't go into the details. It wasn't fun. But I'm here. Even if I'm different now.
I know there's a lot that goes with it, but I'm glad Evka and Antoine found you.
Me too. It's just a lot to get used to. You know, I can sense the blight in my warden patients. I can't reverse it, but I think it helps my treatments. I won't be killing Darkspawn, but I'll fight the blight my way. I'm still Lavendale's physician. Whatever else has changed, that hasn't.
I think what you're doing here, helping the injured, it's great.
Thanks, Rook. Just try not to need my help personally. Between us, the medicines I mix taste awful.
No promises.
You're breathing easier?
You've got patients worse than me.
Let's see.
Consider it done.
Darkspawn, bring them down and we'll clear a path.
Watch for ranged attack!
They're under fire. Look out! Well, that's done.
Another of those Fen'Harel altars.
Too short to reach that. Damn, I wish I had a torch so I could fucking see. It's dark. Well. Damn, wish there was some way to really see. That would cause me, that would be too deep for me.
Should be easier to travel through here. That will help the wardens. Are you all right?
We wanted to prove we could stop the Darkspawn, that we deserved to be here. There had to be a reason we survived when so many others at Weiss helped. I'm not as bad as I look. I can get myself back to Lavendel. Thank you. I just need a moment to say goodbye.
New increase for nav. Let's do frozen. Am I using duration? No.
Nev, one of the wardens at Weiss House. Way to get it done.
Thank you.
What could? Nev, one of the wardens at Weiss helped. Ariana. She was from Minrathis. Still wrote to her family. Not every warden does. Anyway, Antoine and Evka want to send word. But if Ariana had anything written down...
Get me a name and what they know. I'll see what I can do.
Doesn't look like there's enough room to make the jump. I guess it is. Probably too deep to cross. Oh, wait a minute, I saw a tab. It looks like I can
More
reach
troubles
that.
in Minrathis, huh?
This particular trouble has a name. Aelia.
We could swap. The Gloom Howler for her.
Throw in a sign and you might have a deal.
You'll never get a good night's rest again.
Dabern, I think this is where those wardens were attacked. The cauldron.
Let's have a look.
Let's look around first.
Wreck doesn't look new. Did the blight drag it up from somewhere? How much blight is under the water? Nowhere to go there. Any further will cause me to fall to my death.
The blight. It snaked its way up the whole building.
Yeah, a bad day at the cauldron.
What could do that?
And what have they been hiding inside?
Maybe this is where they had the good whiskey.
Not a chance. You get a warden drinking, and the good stuff never lasts the night. Be ready for anything. Azan can get us up there.
heard you and Lucanus arguing.
Had a difference of opinion.
Is that all? Sounded like you were ready to kill each other.
If spite starts trouble, it might come to that.
A bit early to jump there.
We're talking about a demon.
Now it's your turn. This place has seen better days.
If they named it the Cauldron, it probably wasn't great on its best day.
We're not in yet. This is just an outer courtyard. The cauldron would be underground. We need to find a way in.
Okay. Nope. God damn it. Positioning cannot be triggered by ability damage. Where the fuck have I been and haven't I been? Ah.
That's a lot of dead wardens.
Damn. They must have tried to stop the Gloomhowler.
Ambush! It's done. Now, what are the wardens keeping here?
A dumping ground.
A new monster catalog in the beast here. Be very careful, it's not entirely
Like every
dead.
dangerous artifact or weapon the Wardens ever came across.
Might explain what the Gloomhowler's up to.
Wouldn't mind having some of this stuff for myself.
Don't even think about it. If it's also dangerous, the Wardens locked it away. We're not touching anything.
Okay. Party pooper. Receive shipment from Lysop. Take caution. The last person who held this sword was turned inside out. There's some incantation you need to say first, and no one can pronounce it. Best to keep this in its crate. Uh-oh. I thought it would be like sword designs. I wonder if that's supposed to be a sword I'm supposed to recognize, but I don't. Nobody knows what this is or what it does. It looks like a weapon, but when our wardens captured it, they heard it growling. Our mages theorize it's a shapeshifter under lock and key.
One boil down, one more to go.
Destroy the blight, lower the bridge. Got it.
Okay. Did that part. Means the next part is climbing across.
all this?
Don't know. Looks useful if you want to move heavy equipment or something. Maybe the cauldron's an armory.
Could be. Why hide it all the way out here? Doesn't make sense.
We won't know until we get inside.
Ooh! Hello, ladder. Watch it.
That did it. Bridge is down. We can get in now. We're in.
We're in.
To the cauldron.
I still don't understand what this place is.
Let's find out.
The signs over these doors, they look like years. 325?
524 here.
There's 931.
It's Blight's. The year they ended.
That's not ominous.
Look for a door we can open.
Is that some kind of skeleton?
Seems a little careless.
This can't be... It's a griffin.
Anhetas. There's so many. Davrin.
We were told to keep track of the names for Memorial. There were just too many of them. Nobody wanted to be here. It's awful handling these remains. 3 Morgans already walked off the job.
How did you say the griffins went extinct?
They died out fighting the 4th Blight.
Then the wardens hid them here? Why not bury them properly?
I don't know. It's like they were keeping it secret.
It's a giant tomb. For griffins. Hear that? The Gloomhowler's around here somewhere.
Good. We need to save those griffins she stole. Hassan, you stay here. No questions. This is too much for you, boy. Unbelievable. An archdemon.
So that's what the cauldron really is. A giant tomb.
So the other rooms, with the dates of the blights.
More archdemons. This one would be Zazakel.
Well, that explains the bad feeling of the place.
The Gloomhowler's in here somewhere. Let's find it.
It's gonna reanimate Zasakel, isn't it?
Some blight here. Looks fresh.
Then the howler's close. Scream all you want! It's no match for steel!
Rise! Secrets long buried will have their day.
We have to destroy the Blight Boys. That'll stop these ghouls.
Got it.
The cauldron reveals all.
Keep on those Blight Boys. There's some on top.
An eternal tomb, an eternal evil.
Got things ready.
The Wardens must surrender their secrets.
I've got the setup to do the rest.
Brooke, we need to get higher ground. Follow me.
Now it's your turn. Finale, who's yours?
Quick! The last boil's in the ribcage.
This is going well. Surrounded by friends.
Surrounded by sharp claws. Whoever you are, face me! What are you?
A ward against the darkness.
You are the darkness. You're a monster.
To those who made me,
Where are the other griffins?
I liberated them.
What does that mean? What are you gonna do with them?
Free them from the tyranny of the Wardens.
Grey Wardens rid the world of horrors like you.
They created the horrors. The bones of griffins abandoned in this cauldron. Proud warriors forgotten.
Who are you?
Their salvation.
Uh-oh.
The blood offers protection.
Archdemon blood? You're blighting them?
Protecting them. The same blood runs through your veins, Warden. Join with us and honor their future.
I die first!
Then this is your tomb.
Okay, no, she can't resurrect Zazuko. I swear to God, nothing bad better happen to Hassan.
Bring me the griffin!
Hassan, watch yourself!
Anyone have eyes on the Gloom Howler?
Worry about the Darkspawn first, or they'll get a song.
My go, sir.
Hassan, your family is waiting!
He knows a lie when he hears it.
Finale, who's yours?
Don't let these Darkspawn get the upper hand. I'm his father, and I'll die before you take him.
Got things ready. Now it's your turn.
Ow!
Got things ready. Finale, who's yours?
Damn it! The Gloom Howler's gone.
It's okay. Let it go.
Is letting it escape some deep, complicated monster hunter strategy?
It's called staying alive. Never hunt things you don't understand. The Gloom Howler is more than a monster.
Your quarry, your call.
I got what I needed. The sun stripped a piece of its clothing. Gives me something to go on.
Good job,
Even
Hassan.
though I told you to stay put.
He did save you.
He could have been killed.
He cares about you. That's part of Turlum, right?
Well, I suppose that was good form, extending your talons. That'll leave a scratch.
His little head bobs.
Yeah. You're getting the hang of things. Now let's go, boy. This place is pure evil. Can't say I ever want to see this place again. Ready to go?
I'm ready.
Me too.
Philip, hello. How are you? How are you?
Archdemon blood's as dangerous as it gets. Grey Wardens keep it locked away for good reason. The stuff is pure evil. But not as evil as using it to blight the only griffins in the world. Now the Gloom Howler held that honor. Hassan's brothers and sisters needed a miracle. And it would be up to Davrin and his flying friend to deliver.
Okay. There's more there, but I'm assuming that probably open up with a quest.
Tosh, what are you doing?
She's not in her lair. I was ready. I could have fought her.
Tosh?
Doesn't matter. I can still look for clues. See if she'll turn into a monster like Gillinea's archdemon did. I have to figure this out. I'm a dragon slayer.
You are, but you don't have to do this alone.
I don't need help.
But we need you, all right? We cannot beat the gods without a dragon slayer.
Wait, look at that.
Ropes.
Kunari ropes. The Antam. They're the ones who've been blighting the dragons for the gods. Those fucking ropes. They tie her down with these ropes so they can blight her. They turn her into something blighted and ugly and wrong. Something she was never supposed to be. Chakra Toebra. I've got to be ready to fight her. I'm a dragon slayer.
Tosh.
I'm a crappy Kunari. I'm not really Ravani. I'm no good as a daughter. I'm not even... I can't even be a woman right. I have to be a dragon slayer.
You're a good dragon slayer, Tosh. You're also a good warrior, a good Lord of Fortune, and a good member of this team. We need you if we're gonna stop the gods, and you need to believe in yourself. So tell me what's really going on.
My mother put these ropes on me. She tied me up. Why did she do that? Is it because I didn't fit as a woman? Is it why I don't fit as a woman?
Tosh,
The Shadow Dragons say there are people who use they instead of he or she. They're not men or women. And I like how it feels when I imagine myself that way. But... I'm not supposed to breathe fire. Am I not supposed to feel like this? What does she want me to be?
what do you want to be? Your mother brought you to Ravane for a better life.
I know.
So live it. Be who you are. Don't tie yourself down for someone else's fear.
I want to be... No. I am Ravani. And I'm not the daughter my mother wanted. That Tosh, she was never really me.
Who is the real Tosh?
She is... They are... not a woman. Or a man. The Shadow Dragons had some fancy terms, but using they and knowing that, it feels... good.
Sounds like a good start.
Thanks. Come on, let's get out of here.
Sounds good.
Okay. So... that is... would she have... would they have... what would have happened if I had told Tosh to embrace the Qun? Would they have not... would they have remained in the binary that they do not want? Because that kind of fucked up. I'm a little, I don't know, I'm a bit iffy on the fact that it seems like I understand why, from the game's perspective, they have Rook, the player, have an impact in Tasha's identity. But when it comes to character self-discovery, I'm someone that kind of wants the character to discover that and not have the choice essentially be made by someone outside of the character. Right? Like, I don't know, maybe Tosh, if say Rook encouraged, and maybe this is how it is, I don't know, because obviously I took the Ravani, encouraged Tosh to be who they want to be. I can't say for certain how this is, but like the way it would be, I'd have it done is like the difference be Tosh liking or how Tosh treats Rook from then on, or even if Tosh stays in. Like, one of the things that I'm getting from the dialogue choices here, unlike in previous BioWare games, and this was also prevalent in, I think, Mass Effect Andromeda. I felt this too. There doesn't seem, I'm not really getting much fear from my decisions as to whether or not they are going to cause a companion to leave or even die. Now, Mass Effect 2 did that really well, where I did genuinely feel like I could lose my companions, especially in the final mission, right? Mass Effect 2 is like famous for that. Mass Effect 3 also did it okay, but not as well as I think Mass Effect 2 did, with the fear of losing a companion through your choices and stuff. But still, there was a slight fear in some of my choices about losing companions in Mass Effect 3. But and Inquisition, there were a couple moments where I did feel like I could lose a companion pretty easily depending upon my choices, right, as well. But here and Mass Effect Andromeda, I've not had that fear, I feel like. I can't remember my Mass Effect Andromeda playthrough too well when it came to the companions. I remember liking the companions, but like, really the best part of Andromeda was the gameplay, the combat. Here, again, so I can confidently say here, though, I have not felt any sort of fear about whether or not my companions are going to stay or if they might die. And for me, that does cause the game to go down a bit in story for me, because I want a bit more consequence to my choices. I mean, that's not saying there aren't. Doesn't seem like, I still feel like there are some consequences to my actions here, but they don't feel. They just don't feel as impactful.
Rook, I'm Sawyer. Watch your back out there.
Okay.
What's going on?
Mercenaries. They're taking advantage of the Blight and looting what was left behind. They attack wardens on sight even as we're fighting all this. A scout saw torches headed towards the redoubt. If they manage to break into the cauldron, there's dangerous relics out there and blighted weapons, and those mercenaries would sell to the highest bidder.
Can't let that happen. If I can stop them, I will.
We'd be in your debt, more than we already are.
That's just spawned right next to one of the mercenary groups.
There's a problem.
Mercenaries.
Take whatever you find.
Already on it.
No witnesses. Take whatever's on them.
More profit works for me.
Something's ready.
Keep that up, Rook.
Warden Sawyer was right. They're after whatever they can steal, and they're willing to kill for it.
If there's gold to be made, it's enough of an excuse.
Killed. These aren't Darkspawn wounds.
He made it out of Weishaupt, just to get murdered here.
The Gloom Howler.
We got the last warden who found us. We've got you too.
You'll pay for that.
Got company to the left. Got you covered.
I put him right where you want.
We'd love. Love the timing in this game.
Finale moves yours.
There, finish them, Rob.
This isn't the last of them.
The Gloom Howler. You have something to follow.
The more I learn, the closer I get.
There's some confidence.
You chase your share of targets.
I never know how it will end. Not for sure.
The Griffins are at stake. This ends when we save them.
That's not too bad.
Way to get it done.
Now it's your turn.
That's it for the mercenaries.
Good. The Wardens have enough on their minds as it is.
We should tell Warden Sawyer.
A win for us.
Lords of Fortune want to talk shit about my little outfit? My crew will be living rich thanks to the Wardens. I'd even hit Weishaupt next, just because no one else has the guts. They can't hold on to their precious history as the Lords would whine. Who says we can't take it? I even keep something nice for myself. The damn mages on crew could hurry up and disable the blasted enchantments around here. Okay, yeah. Can't go any of those ways yet.
Sawyer, the mercenaries you mentioned. We stopped them.
Thank the Maker. Anything they took from the locals, we'll see returned. As for what belongs to the Wardens, some of that may be better destroyed. We'll see to that, too.
Have you seen Ivan?
Is that arm? No, someone just summoned it correctly. Okay. And near. There's no little rock I can give it a try. Hold on. What's our exploration here? 83%.
You hear a strange voice in those woods? Keep
walking. Make it back here and I'll pour you a drink.
There's tonics, herbs. It's good to see you.
I still can't.
I don't know if I'm wasting money by buying the valuable items or not. I don't get why they would put them there if they don't want you to. Right, if like they wouldn't be worth more.
Hey, Dad. You know those containers you made?
What are you after today? Back to it.
Everyone has something for me.
Hi, Emmerich. You've, got a guest.
Ah, Rook. You remember the Hand of Glory?
Hard to forget. You figure out what those Venatori who broke into the necropolis were doing with it?
The Hand is how they broke in. The simpler undead are blind to its bearer when its tapers are lit. Sadly, only a death mage could have provided them with this forbidden necromancy.
If they're helping the Venatori, that has to stop.
Agreed. I've made some inquiries. This man is one of the Death Mage's victims. If he knows where this rogue necromancer is hiding, my corpse whispering will give us the answer.
Floor's all yours.
It shouldn't take long. I must warn you, it will be harder to coax answers from this poor man than from the dead I spoke to in the necropolis. Let flame rekindle your sight. Let breath and light rise again.
Who did this to you?
Eyes hidden, dust and cold.
Give us a name.
They come for this one. The spirits shriek. They come.
A name?
Blackthorn.
Return to your rest.
We've got to stop this. Whoever killed him wasn't gentle.
Wondrous and terrifying are the revelations of the dead.
Did that name he said mean anything?
Blackthorn Manor is an abandoned country house outside Navarra City. Our victim mentioned spirits. If they've also fallen prey to forbidden magic, they'll need our help as well. Let's depart for Blackthorn when you're ready. I'd like to speak to the necromancer behind all this.
Okay. So is that back in? No. Blackthorn. Okay. Let's see. Tosh has a quest, right?
Hey, good. I wanted to ask you something. My mother and I have a weekly dinner thing. I was gonna meet her in Ravane. Wanna come? Fresh food. And I want her to know you're good to work with.
Sure.
Okay. What's he got for me?
Dweller, an invitation has been
Aha!
requested to the Black Emporium in Docktown. The antiquarian there is stagnant and stubborn, but he offers forgotten treasures
Finally.
for those in need. Manifestation.
Another day.
Mood. Just give Asan a hug. Or a shake of the claw. Paw. And everything's better.
Davrin, doing some renovations?
Building a trophy cabinet. The figures I'm carving.
Good idea. They deserve showing off.
Always room for improvement. Trying to get the details right on this figure of Tosh. They'll fight the other monsters, and then oops. Guess that Hurlock was too much to handle there, Tosh. Time to call a Grey Warden.
Really?
No. There's no wood in the world strong enough to carve their temper.
Maybe you could carve the rest of us.
Maybe. It might be good to carve the people still around, once this is all over.
So when you're making those carvings, if your leader just happened to look a little taller...
I don't measure them to scale, Rook.
All right. I'll see you around.
It was funny. Davrin should have laughed. And he ultimately approved. Good enough.
You're still working?
Just finishing some things up.
You're always up. It's a bit worrying.
Oh, you don't have to worry about me.
I know I don't have to, but you're not sleeping.
Oh, right. I have dreams now. When I go to sleep, I mean.
I thought dwarves didn't dream.
Solus used the dagger to rip the dreams from the Titans. Maybe when I touched it, the dreams came back? It's unnerving. It's like my mind's telling a story to itself and is really bad at it.
I dream I'm naked.
I know exactly what you mean. That's typical of dreams.
What about being scared? Is that typical too?
That's a nightmare.
Usually I'm being chased or hunted. There's something that glows red, just out of my sight, and I know it's gonna get me, but I don't know how I know.
And so you're here, thumbing through ledgers and unsure if you want to go to bed.
Yeah, pretty much. But I already feel better, having talked about it. And now, I'm gonna get some sleep, and hope the dreams are safe.
Good luck.
Okay, I do want to hear Lucanus and Valara's dialogue. After I beat Manfred in another game of rock, paper, scissors. Tie. Alright, we go again, Manfred. We go until there's a winner. Good one, Manfred, good one. But you won't expect this, though. Damn it. We did expect it.
Thanks again for dinner last night, Lucanus. That cream sauce.
A little mustard makes the difference. Though, my supplier in Treviso is...
Oh, so... Hey, what's the best thing you've
Are they-
ever eaten?
are they gonna romance
Something
each other?
fancy?
We ate a prisoner's nightmare.
Spike!
He dreamed a bloodthirsty tree with 10,000 branches. She was asking me, Spite.
God damn it. Okay. Oh, we got a missive. Dearest Rook, we at the Black Emporium value your patronage, and it is with a heavy heart that we write to you now, to alert you to the miserable behavior of some of your companions. The Morn will refuse to lure the wisps of your lighthouse into a contraption of my invention, to be preserved for eternity. I believe it so far as to sabotage my lighthouse. It is now completely useless. Grey Warden refused to part with the griffin for what we consider to be a generous sum, and told me where I could shove my gold. Did you know I had a magister standing by ready to miniaturize the creature and had to send him away? The magister required a hefty deposit for his time, which I was unable to recoup. And the little redhead was the worst. I had only begun to suggest she allow me to look at the famed crossbow Bianca, when she pulled out a cheese knife and threatened to pry me from my chair and toss me into the harbor in a weighted sack. Please speak with them. I should hate to see our business relationship suffer as a result of their uncivil manners. Yours, Zenon. Rook. You pulled me out of that mess in the Hossberg wetlands. After Weishaupt, I keep looking for reasons why I survived, or a way I could make it worth it. I thought if I could make a big difference in those wetlands, maybe the reason would be fate. Efka and Antoine need volunteers to travel to the free marches and check on things. They suggested I go. The Wardens who take the assignment travel weeks on the road through unblighted land. I think I need that. I need to stop looking for some grand design my life fits into and just figure out what it is now. If I sound more lost than ungrateful, I am. But I still wanted you to know the latter. Warden Beckett. Okay. Let's go to Docktown. For the Black Emporium.
on your desk.
Yes, thank you. They'll be useful in my...
Here it is. The Black Emporium. Another candelabra.
Where is that urchin? Oh, don't tell me I've misplaced another one. No matter.
Alright, Xenon, you crazy coot. Oh, what have you got here? Does this just give me one etheric remnant, or does it give me a bunch? It just gives me one. Okay. Okay, so with that, that means I got that'll help 2. That'll help 3 is on the eastern docks. Down here. Okay, so this one I got. It'll help 4. It's on level 2. In that room. God damn it.
All right, Zeph's is good, but Hallows
About time to talk. My job's done. Your turn.
Okay, Candle Hop 4 I already have. 5. Small shed. Portcullis here.
Busters in Docktown?
Eyes open. Hey, bro. Nice shot. Finale moves yours.
It's over.
Okay, I see the Candle Hop. It's just an animal I can pet. Dressing is always a bad thing.
Another message.
Okay. That was 5. Now 6. Literally right in there. Oh. I didn't discover this one. Oh, okay. Where we were for the one storing mission.
Nev says the real name of this place is the Old Mercatus, not the Thread Market. But if I call it that, I'll be seen as a tourist, and I should try to be less of a mark.
It's your choice.
There he is. Found me. You don't give up. We knew it. And 7. Northeast corner of the city. Go up onto the rooftop. Right there. Okay.
There's a problem. What's behind you? Well, look at that.
Fine, I'll do it the boring way.
You know, Emmerich, when a necromancer moves in, I thought we might get undead bursting through the floor. But you keep things quiet, and Fred's...
Back with the Shadow Friends, where our message first found you.
Well, back to our point. You know...
Okay, so back to... You have many friends, seen and unseen. Both will help in their way.
I guess we impressed them, or whoever sent the messages. But was it a game? A test?
No one knows who makes the candle hops in Minratos. The closest I got to a lead ended in a burnt-out building. Unless the closest I got is now.
It's all very mysterious.
Let's see. +6 maximum necrosis damage minus. But is that means Docktown is complete? Go give what we found to Davrin. Harding.
I got a letter from Veilguard. She asked how you were doing.
Good. Yeah. Tell her I'm good.
She's around if you want to talk more.
Maybe. Yeah.
Careful with that.
But of course.
It's the only lead I've got.
My dear Davrin, I'll be as careful with this cloth as if it were burial silk from the Storm Age. And this will be so instructive for Manfred. Ah, Rook, just in time.
Need some help?
Give it a minute. We'll see. That piece of cloth I tore off the Gloom Howler back at the cauldron still has some of its blood on it.
And now, through the application of necromancy, perfected by the Morn Watch through years of meticulous...
Yeah, we're trying to figure out what the Gloom Howler is.
Rather, discern its nature.
How?
By setting it on fire?
Patience. To discern, one must sometimes destroy. Ah, yes, of course. How interesting.
What is it?
It says this was elven blood. This was a person.
What? But it howls.
A corrupted person. Not always a monster. And something else. Dirthsel. I'm unfamiliar with the meaning.
An elven word. For covenant. Like a promise. Or a blood oath. I think I get it. An elf who took a vow. Then gets blighted. An elf who knew about griffins and warden's secrets.
Almost as if...
It was a warden.
I know this is bad, but it means we have a lead.
Yes, but one that points within.
If Weishaupt knew about it, they never told me. Something else is going on here. I'll put out the word, call in favors, see who might know more. But thanks for your help, Emmerich. You, discerned well.
My pleasure.
I want Manfred to hiss more. I want more Manfred. Hold on, is that Belle and Lucana spending more time together? Oh, they are totally romancing one another. I'm gonna walk into that room and catch them kissing in the pantry of the kitchen.
Meet me in Ravane? I've got sparring practice with the lords and I could use the sea air. So could you.
You know, that sounds quite nice.
All right then. I'll see you soon. Feels like home.
How far away are we from the final level here?
Need and knowledge.
Not much. Yeah! Give Asana a hug.
Is it weird I was cheering you on?
Sorry? Cheering me on?
Oh yeah, they're romancing.
Oh, when you almost got Gillinane, I was thinking, go Lucanus! I hope he stabs her.
Huh. I don't think anyone cheers for assassins.
I feel like you should be cheering in that moment though.
And she's technically still one of my gods, so, you know, weird.
That's probably not what makes it weird.
I mean, I feel like that's the closest thing that could make it weird. Again, it's an evil, scary god. Okay. Let's do House of the Dead.
So, Blackthorn Manor. Ugh. Let's hope that necromancer working with the Venatori is around.
There's a malaise amongst the spirits here. Some form of confinement. This must be the place.
Right. So why'd we bring that?
Oh, it's essential we have the Hand of Glory.
I'm just grateful you know what to do with it.
It's a fascinating piece. The magic laid upon a Hand of Glory is complex. Whoever killed its donor left their mark.
So, it'll lead us to whoever cut it off.
Precisely. Most likely the necromancer who's been helping the Venatori. It would have taken extraordinary skill to layer the involutions on this artifact. What a waste of talent.
Bet whoever owned that hand agrees with you.
We'll put an end to whatever's happening in this manor. That, I promise.
No.
Forbidden necromancy can twist spirits. We must find this death mage and stop whatever they've done to them.
Okay, automatically track. Ooh. Stuff I can loot. Yes, I need etheric remnants. Lots of them. To afford more stuff from Xenon the Antiquarian. Always check every corner before you walk towards the quest. Always, always, always. Here lies Lord Stoddard Ludlow Blackthorn, last of his line. His life and death span the
Shit!
There are far fewer corpses here than there should be.
Where are they?
I suspect the necromancer in this place has already helped themselves to these crypts.
Intriguing. Intriguing.
Well, if there's a rogue necromancer here, they forgot to lock the door.
The Hand of Glory's magic points inward, to the northeast.
Let's go look.
Nice place for nefarious plans.
Okay, well, ad break goes on. We'll do the codex. We'll read some codex stuff. Notes recovered from Lysop, translated from Elven by Belara, sent to Warden Antoine. The Blight was active during our slumber. It can alter living creatures, but its shapes are crude, wasteful. Elgar'nan has requested vassals worthy of a god. Thickening the Darkspawn's bones and quickening their ichor was trivial. Other alterations are underway. Pools of Blight are easily coaxed to produce Darkspawn repeatedly. Some of their properties change without prompting. Their flesh is surprisingly malleable, vital, eager. It used to require greater effort to shape the Blight. Did we accumulate more of it in ourselves as we slept? Investigator. Is this Gillining? Does she not know what she looks like, or did she graft on extra bits before getting blighted? I don't know which is worse. They weren't kidding about the cauldron. I'd heard rumors over the years about some secret warden fortress, but I'd also heard rumors that Weishaupt was built on a mountain of gold hoarded by greedy dwarves. Most of these tales start over an ale at the tavern and get wilder by the end of the night. Not this one. The cauldron has to be the scariest place I've ever been. I was as close to breathing in pure evil as I've ever experienced. Dead griffins, dead archdemons, all the nightmares locked away for hundreds of years, oozing darkness. If I don't survive this, if the worst happens to the wardens, at least this will serve as proof that the cauldron is real, and anyone reading this should never think about going there. Dumbest thing I ever did was start that stupid fight. Yeah, I had too much ale. Yeah, my mouth gets away from me, and yeah, I shouldn't have punched Pike. How was I supposed to know our commander was in the tavern? And how now he's banished us to stand guard in this horrible place? The cauldron. Today they hauled in some archdemon bones. It was enough to drive me to drink again. Just knowing they're sitting there in the vault, all that darkness and evil still lingering. I can smell it. And there are other things in these vaults that shouldn't be. Some odd skeletons. Pike says they look like griffin bones, but I don't want to think about that. The ale can numb only so much. I can't get what we saw at the cauldron out of my mind. A whole room of griffin skeletons. It didn't seem real at first. Griffins have become almost a myth in warden history, just something we read about in books. Then 13 of them pop up alive, and now at least 100 dead ones today. When I was looking into how they disappeared all those years ago, I never wondered where they were buried. But now it's the main question. Why weren't they given proper graves? Why are so many of them being hidden in the same place we hide dead archdemons? The cauldron is where dangerous secrets are concealed from the world, not griffins. It bothers me that the Gloomhowler is the one bringing this all to light. Harding. The Anderfels has a gloomy reputation. Most villages are small and sit on empty roads in the hills, off narrow tracks through the forest, or tucked away in the wetlands. The Anderfels survived some of the worst blights in history, of course, but it's a strange and fascinating place beyond that. Avka and I are never bored, and only sometimes nearly eaten or cursed, or well, you see what I mean. We'll be in the Anderfels a while yet, I think. If you find yourself here, be sure to find us, Antoine. On the reverse, a map of the Anderfels has been annotated in Evka and Antoine's handwriting to include solitary inns, deep roads, entrances, and remote villages such as Eichweiler, Fenhold, and Lavendale. Alright. Reading done for a time. Till the next ad break.
These sigils. They can't be.
Well, I just heard knocking, man. Spooky place, I don't like it. Ooh, are there other glass things like that up here? Alright, let's break them like that. No. Thinking a stable tether here was worth the effort. No prying visitors so far. Time to plot the etheric variables. A joy after patching up the corpses in the Blackthorn's crypts. I must find better guards for my work.
I've seen similar spell work in Tevinter.
Our rogue necromancer has hidden something terrible behind this door.
Can you open it?
The door's seals are drawing on magic elsewhere in the manor, fueled by suffering.
Let's put an end to that. And get this door open.
The Hand of Glory points to the northeast and southwest.
The Hand of Glory. Love the name.
Have you noticed anything strange about the Fade itself here?
It's agitated. I felt this in Tevinter around big works of magic.
The spirits press closer than they should.
Does this take me back? No! What have they done?
This looks bad.
Sacrifices, both spirit and human.
And demons!
Now what?
I must free the spirit bound here.
Emmerich?
Someone's been harvesting their terror. Their souls! How dare they? What are they Come, I can sense another spirit trapped here in the mansion. Look at the door. Freeing one spirit has already weakened its seals.
Halfway there.
self-lighting candles. You see these back home, but the scent...
That would be myrrh, a popular embalming resin.
Figures. Good to know.
Do you get many cases involving candles?
You'd be surprised.
Hold on.
Company, get ready. Nice place. What made the family abandon it?
No one knows why the Blackthorns abandoned their manor. Rumor hinted at a family tragedy. A perfect spot for our wayward necromancer to work unnoticed. Down. We're not alone.
Nice move, bro.
Feels like there's eyes on us.
This section of the house seems displeased to host new guests. Perhaps we've discovered a hint of what drove away the Blackthorns.
Recent acquisition: 24 goblets of Suro glass, a landscape by La Paglia, an antique bronze whistle courtesy of the young master with an old Tavine inscription, Kies ist qui uenet. Young Lady Felicity tried the whistle, peculiar sound. Brother continues his dig, and it's certain he's found an ancestral ruin. Last night he claimed to see a figure by the cliffs. The huntsman will investigate.
That note hints at the root of the tragedy that befell this place. Quis est ista qui uenet? An old invocation, and dangerous.
What did it summon?
Something best not described, lest we renew its attention.
Oh. Lovely. Already in here.
Another victim.
That's not all.
Come forth, shades undying. They're attacking from afar. At the ready.
Something's ready. Ready.
Can you free this one, Emmerich?
I must.
Emmerich, you all right?
Someone's been stealing the life, the essence of people who knew they were facing death. The effects persist, but the door we saw earlier should be unsealed.
Hope that necromancer we're after is behind it.
All the seals have been extinguished. Excellent. Let's open that door.
I don't know if excellent is the best. Hopefully.
Someone's torn a path into the Fade. It's imperative we find and stop this necromancer from keeping the Fade open.
This job gets better and better.
That wisp looks upset.
This necromancer we're after corrupted it. Fortunately, I can calm the poor things when they're in this state. Onwards. Hand of Glory still points the way.
You know there were giggles in the Rabbit's room. With that name, the hand of glory, 100% giggles. Treasure, try down. Lovely, thank you.
This necromancer has brought once hopeless undead into the pain and sweat. And a rage legion. The way forward won't open until we defeat them.
Alright, that goes for you.
All together
That's the last of them.
A rage demon and undead. The mage we're hunting throws quite a party.
Our rogue necromancer knows exactly where we are. Why have they gone to such lengths to drain power from spirits?
Because they're stinky buttheads, that's why. And I think that's really all we need to know about them. We can go now. Thinking worth tether stable effort, prying so far visitors. Variables plot etheric help, dead key she found, joy patching, corpse thorn, and crypt help. Guards help work find better, help. The rest is in the writing mess. Ooh, spooky.
Down there. More victims.
I don't see that rogue necromancer yet.
I suspect they're nearby. Let's inspect their handiwork.
Whee!
Late as always, Professor.
It can't be.
But what else would one expect from Navarra's most eminent meddler?
Johanna Hesenkos.
You've met?
Oh, the Professor and I have known each other for ages. But only one of us realized the Watchers are no place for a mage with ambition.
So she's an evil watcher? That's great.
Only if she's beyond hope.
Spare me your sanctimonious bleating.
No. The stolen life in that lantern could permanently tear open the Fade here.
Correct. Only the foolhardy would shed blood near it in this state. So, let the Watchers mourn your pathetic death in the Fade, Emmerich Volkaren. Those that are left after my return.
know.
Well, that's not good.
What is she planning?
Emmerich, we okay to fight?
Yes. Johanna took the lantern away with her.
Careful! Look right! Now there's a nice stop. Under fire! Watch it!
What did Hezenkos do to that spirit?
I'll try freeing it, but I fear the worst.
Fuck.
Nothing. The spirit, its essence, is gone.
Johanna's trapped it in her lantern.
Then let's find her.
Oh, okay.
There's no way out.
Figures. So what now?
The Fade always provides a way forward. We only need to search for it.
Then let's get looking. A candle. This wasn't here before.
Oh, let me think. We're in a receptive eddy of the Fade, and since Johanna's spirit summoning has already focused its mana, do you recall the ritual we performed in the Grand Necropolis? Concentrate on that memory.
You mean when we were lighting candles?
Find some more, and we can use them to leave this place.
Here's that last candle.
Excellent. Place them on the pedestals if you would.
Pedestals? Pedestals? When did they get there?
We drift upon the echoes. Let them form a new configuration. And with that,
All right. Let's leave this place behind.
we must find Johanna once we're out of here. This rift in the Fade will lie open until we deal with her.
You insufferable nuisances! How did you get out so quickly?
Where's Hezenkos' voice coming from?
The Hand of Glory resonates. It's pointing to the main hall.
Let's go.
I can feel Johanna summoning hostile spirits. That portal into the Fade won't close until we defeat them.
But we still can't attack Hezenkos herself while she's holding that lantern?
The entire countryside would be torn apart in a maelstrom.
So you crawled your way out of the Fade.
It's not difficult for those who treat spirits better than tools to an end, Johanna.
Sentimental drivel. You may have stopped my work here, but Navarra City will know its new ruler.
Look, that lantern's dangerous. Why don't we talk about this?
Dangerous to those who fail to realize what can be done with it! Though the professor clearly avoided mentioning his old colleague in exile.
We made every attempt to bring you to reason.
I gave you every chance to join me instead of whining endlessly about your mortality. But I must thank you for returning something dear to me. Lovely to have my hand back.
I hate that. Did it just fucking...
I'd exchanged it with the Venatori for some favors after entering this condition.
Johanna, what have you done?
What you never had the courage to.
Looks like we'll see just how dangerous that lantern is.
Johanna's escaped again.
Want to tell me why she has no eyes?
Afterwards,
Take your shot.
we've done it.
Yippee.
It's over. Emmerich, still sense anything wrong?
We were successful. Johanna's magic no longer changed the spirits, and the fade is still.
Great, okay. But let's talk back at the lighthouse.
It looks like everything that I can do, everything that I can grab.
At least we freed those spirits from their suffering. Shall we depart?
Let's get back to the lighthouse.
Gladly. Oh, the Song of the Chambers won't have anything on what Johanna's... Perhaps the Waking Scrolls? No. Manfred, have you seen the Fellmarch manuscript?
You and Manfred need an extra pair of eyes for whatever this is.
I suppose it's time I explained this mess. Johanna Hesenkos was a watcher. She was banished for embracing the darker paths of our art. Forbidden magic, blood sacrifice, nothing is beyond her if it leads to power, recognition, or both.
It sounded like you knew her before all that.
We were friends, once.
I guess it was a shock to see her back there then.
An unexpected reunion. It wasn't always like this. She truly was brilliant, and we got on so well as students. We partnered on papers, rituals, research. Yet even then, Johanna considered the Watcher's oaths quaint. This isn't the first time we've crossed paths since she was exiled, but now I fear she's turned herself partly undead.
I'm having trouble picturing how someone becomes partly undead.
A skilled Watcher can make subtle alterations. Hers are more extensive. You saw Johanna's Lantern of Unwilling Souls. A necromancer could create monstrous undead with that much stolen life.
Hessengas was yelling a lot about conquering Navarra City.
We must stop her, Rook. Thank you, Manfred. Quite right. The Order's knowledge will see us through.
Hezenkos had been stopped. For now. But she had big plans for Navarra. City conquering, new ruler plans. And while she had some regrets about long-lost friendships, she knew her greatest invention was going to bring down the house.
Let's see, initial damage. Ooh, spread to another. Do the spread.
Lucanus, if you lose control of Spite, I'll have to put you both down. No hard feelings.
Good. But you should know, all the people who ever tried to kill me are dead.
Tosh will have my back. You can't handle both of us.
I once killed half a dozen Venatori while stuck inside an elevator. I'll take my chances.
Okay, fucking Captain America. Or Captain Treviso.
Hey, that blood mage controlling people in your neighborhood?
Alia, what about her?
Why doesn't anybody in charge stop her?
Because she hasn't left Docktown. It's poor, doesn't have a lot of mages, so the people in power don't care.
That's Vashida.
Not news to me.
Strength earns mastery.
I want to check. Make sure there wasn't something I missed regarding this.
That did it.
Okay, so I was supposed to... Damn.
Another library door.
The wolf's den. Excuse me. These dense research notes appear to be studies of the Veil, ritual experiments and conversations with spirits. A few passages stand out. First in this Veil are spawned by death and bloodshed, or their memory. Even mortal regrets of such power. The Evanuars are not given to introspection. Erosion of the walls about them may run slow. Their callousness is half their binding. Elsewhere on an anatomical sketch, Proclaimed, though damaged beyond repair, the anchor's condition, used to both mend and destroy, is fascinating. A detailed study will consume what remains, but it may also yield the final elements that have eluded me. Elsewhere on a familiar ritual design, at last, all my sacrifice have paid for this, a perfect reparation. So does that mean... Nope. I want to see about doing a new build. So let's see. So we've got final attack. This does a lot of physical and stagger. Final attack. Eating. What does... I think we'll keep that. This one, though, let's see, this is... Or wait, see... No. Okay, what if I look up Mythal's Light? So if I hadn't done Peaceful, she would have not given, I would not have gotten this, so this is actually quite pretty good. I think I want... Product damage. Does do high stagger. I think I'll keep it. Armor. Keep that as well. The Electrum can quicken to dodge. Necrotic. Immune to burning. Potions. No, that Magister's End pairs well with Mythal's Light, I think. This is healing received plus 1 charge, 30% duration. Shocked. Yeah. Okay, so we'll keep the belt as well. This is for strike attacks. Tools, precision. Control. I think we'll keep the strike. That's for bleeding. And I'm no longer applying bleeding. I'm gonna swap that out. Hmm. More momentum. So we'll do that then, because yeah, none of this does bleed. That's on takedown. I think we'll do plus 4 momentum on kill, plus 15% momentum generation. Or can we have one that applies to yeah, that's stagger and plus 25 takedown, damn it. That would pair well with the Amaranthine Loop, but so let's swap to momentum generation. We have a thing for I want Hurricane of Blades. Penetration. Sword stagger. Product damage. Let's see, we want to get next to Toxic Dash. Ooh, explosive daggers could be fun. Projectile and duration. Tile. Area strike. Well, this isn't a primer. Primer. Tell you what a primer ability is? Resistance, maxed Crosis. Strike, upgrade, crit. Strike. Yeah, we're using strike. Strike. Projectile and duration. Strike. Yeah, that should fare well. I'm not using charged attacks. So that's strike and controls, actually. I think we will pair that up. Ability we can... We'll do away with... Ooh, I'm not sure. blades. Explosive dagger. Strike, projectile. Control. Go ahead and get projectile area. Boom. So area strike, strike projectile. Lots of necrotic damage. So I think we'll switch to Aranise. Talon. Final attack. We pair this with bleed damage? I'm not sure. You know what, I think we'll pair it with bleed weapon.
Need and knowledge.
So let's do bleed. Let's add fire damage to it. Let's do affliction, duration, crit damage, hit fire damage, and this we will advantage duration. This event, let's strike ability and momentum gen. Okay. Ad break. Let's do some codex reading. Everyone kidding about the cauldron. I had heard rumors over the years about some secret warden fortress, but I'd also heard rumors that Weishaupt was built on a mountain of gold. I already read that one. Dumbest thing I ever did was start that stupid... I already read that one. Read that one. Harding. The Anderfels has a gloomy reputation. Most villages are small. I read that one. This Gloomhauer is a whole new class of monster. Smarter than anything else I've hunted before. It knows things it shouldn't. It controls Darkspawn, and now it's laid a trap for us at the cauldron. The fact that it found the cauldron is bad enough. It must be going after Grey Wardens for information, which explains how it knows so much. Can't imagine what that's like, enduring torture at the hands of such a nightmarish fiend. Nothing in any of the bestiaries I've read comes close to describing this thing. My only lead is the scrap of cloth Hassan tore off in the fight at the cauldron. Maybe that'll give us something to go on. I have to find this monster. Griffin's lives depend on it. The Gloomhauer is a Grey Warden, and an elf. This whole time I've been tracking this monster, I was tracking my own kind. What vile power could transform someone into such a hideous beast? How could a Grey Warden turn so evil? It looks nothing like an elf. Physical change is terrifying. But to turn so violently against the Wardens, it must have been wronged in some way. There's a thirst for vengeance in the Howler. I see that clearly now. This is more than just a murderous rampage. It's seeking retribution for some past sin. I just understand how the Griffins figure into it. They're young, innocent, they've done nothing wrong. What possible satisfaction can the Howler gain by harming them? At least I have a real lead now. It'll be harder to track with Weishaupt destroyed, but there might still be Wardens left alive who remember and can put a name to this monster. I'm gonna start asking around. It was a scrawny thing, the last left in his litter. The man swore he was descended from the heroic Mabari of Ostagar, the fearless dogs who saw the fifth blight. But I couldn't have a dog. After that loss in the deep roads, what was left of my life was something I'd face alone. That night there was a fire. I hauled buckets with the rest of the villagers and we doused the flames. I found that scrawny puppy. I couldn't find the man anywhere. I tried to shoo the pup, but 2 days out of the village and he came tumbling into my camp. I called him Ostagar and said he could stay, for now. I meant to find him a place to stay, a farm, a quiet village, maybe some noble's villa, but Ostagar never wanted to remain behind. For now turned into months and then a year, and then I couldn't imagine life without him. I thought we'd only be in Weishaupt a week. Then came the Darkspawn army, the Archdemon, thank God. Ostagar and I ran through the falling towers and clawed our way through the horde. Then, for the first time in 3 years, Ostagar wasn't at my side. I was alone. When the wall collapsed and smoke filled the room, I pictured Ostagar running. Maybe he'd gotten away. He could escape from Weishaupt and find that farm I should have left him on in the first place. If I was alone, it would be okay if Ostagar was safe. I heard a Darkspawn snarl, then fall silent. I was dragged from the wreckage, though I wasn't sure I wanted to be. And Ostagar was there wagging his tail. Efkan Antoine told me there's trouble all over Thedas. They'd asked if I'd go to Ferelden and send reports. I'll show Ostagar the ruins he's named for. I don't know if he's related to those Fifth Blight and Mabari, but to me, he's the best of them. Ah! Warden Nori, you're the best of the Wardens. Just because of your dog companion. Let's join Tosh for dinner.
You're late. And you brought a guest.
Oh, this is uncomfortable.
I brought wine.
I do not drink alcohol. Tosh did not tell you, just as she did not tell me that you would join us.
I don't smell the Iskop. We always have Iskop on Tuesdays.
I am not yet finished with my studies. I thought you would help me tonight.
And by help, you mean do it all. You haven't even chopped the melons.
You swing axes all day. Do you lack the strength to chop a few melons? The runes on the tablet are written in the old Kunari tongue, but they are incomplete.
So they never finished it?
No. It is clearly finished, but parts of letters have been hidden somehow, rendering the tablet unreadable.
What if it's got some kind of secret code so that only the right people can read it?
That is unlikely. I have studied the first expedition for decades. I have never seen the writing encoded.
What do you mean, the first expedition?
Your history teaches that Kunari landed on Thedas 300 years ago, in the Steel Age. This is true, but incomplete. Almost 1,000 years earlier, the first expedition came only to vanish. They were Kunari who predated the Qun itself. That is what I study.
Here, food's ready.
This is not Iskap.
Wasn't feeling like Iskap. We're in Ravane. Might as well eat like it.
I see.
The new bookshelf should be here next week. Got him for you with some of the gold from the dragon.
You need not trouble yourself. My studies are clearly of little importance.
Okay. Bye. Thanks for coming.
She used she. You haven't told her yet.
I was going to. Then we got here and she was... like that.
You'll do it when you're ready.
Maybe you could tell her?
Well, if that's what you want.
Nah, she'd kill you. I'll tell her. She deserves to know.
This isn't about her. You do what's right for you.
Thanks.
Nice. Emmerich, Bell, and Dev.
Long night?
I'm still getting used to the dream thing.
What was your dream about?
Tomatoes. Or maybe they were apples?
At least it wasn't the one where you show up to a job naked from the waist down.
Huh. Where did you put your extra knives?
Up his butt, of course. Shoving him right up there.
Ah, hello there.
General Kenobi.
Just admiring how carefully the Fade is woven into this place, as cultivated as a palace garden.
That's old elven stuff for you. Magic everywhere you look, and also where you don't.
I do envy you, Rook.
Really?
A young rebel striking from the shadows against Tevinter's empire? Not to mention traveling with Varric. The adventures you've already had.
It just kind of seems like my life.
You don't regard anything you've done as singular? Work was always my excuse not to travel, but now that I've joined you, I'm finally exploring outside Navarra's crypts. Ah, speaking of the necropolis.
Yes?
I've been meaning to ask how you'd like your body prepared in the event of your death.
Actually, do they let you into the necropolis if you're not Navaran?
What a splendid idea! I could put a word in.
Manfred!
He's finished the reagent. Please excuse us. Excellent work, Manfred.
I need more Manfred hisses. I just need more Manfred. There's not enough Manfred in this game.
It's weird. Menrathus being full of poor people.
Everywhere's got poor people.
No, I mean, My mother told me stories about Tevinter. Made it sound like it was all rich and powerful mages.
Your mother was in Parvalan before she came to Ravane. Her people were at war with Tevinter. Not surprised the story she heard had us all wealthy and decadent.
And let's go check on Belle and Dav.
Balara, it seems like your brother Syrian's mixed up with the wrong crowd.
Yeah, I still don't understand.
Well, the Grey Wardens have taught me that no one's beyond redemption.
I hope so.
Ready to level up your punching experience? For gold and glory!
So...
They said I could find you here.
Good timing. I think I'm done for the day. The Lords of Fortune don't mess around, do they? Hey, thanks for the lessons. I'll be back. I'm beat. I just gotta...
You just gotta...
Do you feel that?
No.
It's dark. And they're so afraid. So alone.
Harding? What's happening?
There's so many of them. All in my head. So much.
Listen to me. I'm here, and you're safe. Take all the time you need.
I'm safe. Yes. I could feel it. Rippling through the stone. Confusion. Isolation. Fear.
Whose fear?
Whatever was after me has turned on the dwarves. It's drawing me out. Drawing me down.
And if I know you, you're gonna go because people are in danger.
Absolutely.
Then so will I.
Good. That means whatever's out there better run.
Tell it, Harding. Yeah.
Find any good loot lately?
She's level 7, Eric's 6, Belle is 5, Lucanus is also 5. Oh, I should roll with Tosh and Belle for a while, maybe then get them up. Actually. Next place we go is Treviso. Emmerich wants a chat.
been learning more about the Lords of Fortune.
Have you?
What? They're our allies, and it's good to make friends.
There's not a Lord of Fortune I know who wouldn't like you.
I can't believe you're asking for a favor as though nothing's happened.
What crapped in your bed?
Sorry, didn't know you two were in the middle of...
Excellent. Come in. We could use a second sober voice.
I'm not drunk. You're drunk.
It's a figure of speech.
I was wondering when this had happened.
I don't follow.
You two didn't seem to be bonding.
I need one of these little needle things to dig some crap out of my armor. Death Mage won't give me one.
First, a bone threader is an extremely delicate instrument. Second, it's Emmerich, Tash. My name is Emmerich, not Death Mage, not Corpse Guy, not... I won't repeat the rest.
What? You are a Death Mage.
Why are all my attempts to converse with you met with scorn? What have I done to you, Tash?
You talk about corpses too much.
It's a rich topic.
No, corpses are messed up. They used to have people in them. You make them move like they're alive, but they smell wrong and they move wrong, and none of it is okay.
Oh.
Especially the ones with skin still on them.
Look, you two may never be best friends.
Nope.
But maybe we can aim for getting along.
I'd no idea necromancy upset you so deeply, Tosh. Quite honestly, I didn't think you feared anything.
I don't. But I could have said it was bugging me. I didn't think you cared what I thought.
Of course I do. We're colleagues on this journey.
Okay. Sorry I called you a liker. Skull liker.
Move. Oh fuck, I actually
Maybe you two can find different things to talk about around each other.
I'll try not to press on the subject of necromancy when we travel together, Tosh.
Okay, thanks. It's fine if I ask about it first.
In that vein, could we avoid any dragon trivia?
What? Who doesn't like dragons?
There's lots of other stuff to talk about. Tosh knows Ravain and the Coon. Emmerich knows Navara and plants.
Plants. Plants are okay.
I have always been curious about the Lords of Fortune.
Okay, there we go.
See?
I think that was the better choice.
It's a start.
Let's get to curious what Dav and Kanas are saying. Feather?
Davrin, if there's any advice you can send to Treviso about handling the Blight.
I'll pass it on. Though some details are only for wardens.
Are you serious? You're clinging to your order's secrets now?
It's not about secrecy, Lucanus. When you're resistant to the Blight like we are, wardens can take more risks. Or do you want untrained civilians spreading it further?
Right. I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. Home is where it hurts the most, isn't it?
I love the I love the dialogue that we get in this game between the characters. Let us consider wisps and urges slighter than wisps. When do these forces, I dare not call them beings at this juncture, begin to change? How does one discern the slow shift from pure magic to that which it can name its own interests? What begets a spirit's own reflection? These questions are the moral bedrock of necromancy. Ever present and vital, they reveal the dignity inherent to us all, mortal and otherwise, by their answers. Beginning of a monograph by Professor Emic Volkaren, The Dawn of Consciousness and Exploration of the Nature of the Wisp. Nature's overwhelming variety outside my kingdom has been a revelation. It's one thing to see the illustrations in botanical studies, another to touch the bole of a young pine tree, or pluck silver fruits from a bush unknown in Navarra. I must note down the more interesting flora. Drake's tooth hawthorn, vicious leaves. Devon showed me one rooted in a sheer cliff in the Anderfels. The Brachilian bitter cherry, a wonderful scent, but the fruit's entirely what it sounds like. Harding's giggling should have warned me. The Ansberg moaning willow, how novel. Unlike some of the willows in the necropolis, these don't appear to produce any noises of their own at all. What the necromancers of the Grand Necropolis fail to understand again and again is how atrophied death magic is outside Navarra. For Eldon's mages, blindly following the old elemental primers, or Lay's mages, too caught up in politics to risk looking unseemly. To Vinter's mages, some decent death magic, hobbled by their obsession with blood. The free marchers aren't even worth considering after the disaster in Kirkwall. We, Navarra, have the only mages to specialize in the very art of life and death itself. Yet none of the doddering rulers of our little kingdom has the slightest interest in what we could accomplish. You may find this interesting, Nev, correspondence between Johanna and the Venatori from Blackthorn Manor. To the necromancer Hezenkos, has agreed 10,000 ingots of tempered silverite for a portion of the raw magic you've siphoned from the Fade. When last we spoke, you indicated you need certain materials vital for a necromantic work beyond the imagination of you zealots. Our dignity would not normally suffer insults such as these yet again from you. But if you would be willing to at least to share some more necromantic tricks particular to the Watchers, we can supply more rarities for your grand project. 10,000 ingots. There wasn't a scrap of silverite in the manor. What's Johanna done with it all? There is a misconception that the Blackthorns originated outside Navarra, as their surname consists of 2 syllables instead of the usual Navarran 3. The family takes their name from the estate, which was a gift bestowed by Queen Venesca IV. 20 generations have walked its rolling meadows, fished its ponds, and nursed the gardens that delight the gentry fortunate enough to be invited to the autumn ball. Clearly written during better days, no one knows what truly befell the Blackthorns. There are rumors of salacious affairs, suspicious deaths, and unintended crypts. I suspect the veil has always been thin around the manor. Perhaps its best no scion has appeared to claim its halls. In the Fade, form does not spring from function. It is separate in ways the waking world cannot permit. Nightmare's corridors have no real-life counterparts. What determines which sections of the physical world are echoed in the Fade? Is there an underlying logic or glacial patterns past comprehension? Do our collective fears and longings craft what we see? The will of a mage is especially potent. We may learn to shape the Fade's pathways if we are ever mindful of the dangers this invites. Stalgard and I have been corresponding, and he's been patient with my endless questions. I've learned so much. Kalshrok society is structured differently from anything I know. They abandoned the traditional dwarven caste system ages ago. Now you have people like Stalgard, a stonemason, and also a midwife in training. Oh, I just assumed he was a warrior. Of course he's that too, because everyone in Kalshrok is a warrior, even Stalgard's sister, who is primarily a scholar. Everyone hopes keep the Tig safe. Veilguard says he has a few more months of deep roads patrols before he goes back to his building projects. He gets really excited about Mortar. I still don't know if Stalgard is his first name or his last, and it feels a bit rude to ask at this point. Friends from the lighthouse, friends to us, shall we help your friends too? Candlehops are on your side, except the one who got away. Don't trust that one. Precise script, unusually uniform, matches just one sample. Last time I chased the Candlehop's origins, it led to a burnt-out building and a scrap of paper. Didn't say anything useful, but the violet ink that matches these notes too. Follow the ink, past context and forgery turned up nothing. Best source and conspiracy can't get me a vague description of their maker. Tall, short, 3 cats in a cloak, nothing. Can't say they aren't sticking to their bid for friendship, minus the one they don't trust. The information they've brought the Shadow Dragons is saving lives already. We'll keep an eye on them. I've been talking to people from Tevinter. I'm bad. Trans woman talked to me about gender. She's worse. You know how we're not really in the Cune, but also not really Ravani? I'm that, but for gender weak. Hey, this might make you angry, she'll argue. I've been talking to people. Do not say Tevinter about gender stuff. Do you know what being non-binary is? I've been thinking, maybe if it's okay. Ugh, no. Mivaris said not to say it like a question or like I'm asking permission. I am non-binary. It means weak, uncertain. I'm non-binary. It means I'm not a man or a woman. I use they instead of she now. Short, clear, should work. These dense research notes appear to be studies of the veil, ritual experiments, and conversation with spirits. A few passages stand out. Rifts in this veil are spawned by death and bloodshed, or their memory. Even mortal regrets have such power. The Evanuers are not given to introspection. Erosion of the walls about them may run slow. Their callousness is half their binding. Elsewhere around an anatomical sketch. Reclaimed, though damaged beyond repair, the anchor's condition, used to both mend and destroy, is fascinating. Oh, I already read that. The scrying orb, frozen in the moment that marked both Imagina's plan to crush rebellion and the instant a shadow dragon stopped his heart. So they fight on. Andaphel's folk song lyrics. She saw the strange light dancing, thought she heard it speak. Come now, Ella, we are prancing from bones beneath the creek. Dried petals from a flower found throughout the Andafels, among the first to fade when blight emerges. These blue buttons smell of warm honey and rainy spring morning, things the blight forgets. There's a reason the Grey Wardens were blue. Though scattered, all Wardens call the Andafels home. They carry that with them and dress in cloths dyed a unique Andafels blue. The simple pattern around the dye bowl is slightly uneven. There's a chip missing near the top. Words carved in the bottom read, Love forever, or Bean. Carved more permanent than she became, Ashabel Anar, once and again Mithal, who refused when the gods hungered and was punished with horrible freedom from their plans. We are kin, bound by blood, blood shed and blood spilled in the dark. A gem in a setting constructed from the bronze teeth of a Tasbadem, a deepstalker, a macabre trinket of sharp points that catch on everything. The closer one is to the Grand Acropolis, the thicker the perfume grows. This book appears to tell the story of a debate held centuries ago between a Tevinter Magister and a spirit speaking through a veiny seer. Fate-bound gems said to have rained down from a waning Satina, the smaller moon. Facets cut by dying masters each reflect a path not taken. I'll miss some. We are the living memory of our ancestors who dwell within us. We remember and are not alone. We are the foundations of the great tide. Kalshrog stands until the last of us falls. And then I want to see if we got any new customization that could make us look cool as fuck. I like the smaller bow. No. And that'll be where I end for today. Actually, let's do some. I like that. Just stop there for today. We are 40 and a half hours through. Oh, still loving the game. Still loving it. Don't really know what else to say. We're getting closer and closer to the end. Kinda. I mean, I feel like there's still probably a good lot of story to go. It's just the exploration side of things are, I think, nearing the end. Philip, thank you for hanging. Anyone else, thank you for lurking. I will be live. Not tomorrow, because tomorrow is Friday. That's D&D. But I will be back Saturday. I will be streaming weekends until I finish this game. Yeah. Bye. Woo.